Okay, so I'm here just getting ready. Just getting ready. Actually, you know what? Let's move that a little closer to the better angle. Okay, so here's my bag. It's a bag from Mech. I got it secondhand. I think it's an 80 liter, so it's pretty big, even for someone. I'm taller, and you can see this is a pretty big bag. You want to sitting on me, right? And that's empty. So I'm gonna quickly go through what I'm bringing on my upcoming 5-day trip to Algonquin Park. I'm not gonna go through every single thing, but I'm gonna go through the basics of it and just basic rundown, not every single little thing that I'm bringing. Just the highlights. Okay. So first of all, swimsuit. I spend a ton of time in a swimsuit. I swim like every day. These are like my shorts as well. Second, a really lightweight pair of pants that I got from Mech. I get a lot of stuff from Mech. It's near my work. Let's see here. Thought it might say the brand or the model or something, but I don't think it does. Anyway, they're really lightweight, really stretchy. They have little drawstrings at the bottom. I like that about them. And they should be comfy, and they're a lot lighter than a pair of jeans. I think from bringing a pair of jeans to bringing those, I saved about 500 grams. So I was really happy with that. I will bring a wool sweater. I got this at secondhand. Got it at Value Village from Banana Republic. Big pimpin'. But I got it for a really good price. Just a sweater. I don't care about if I burn it slightly, if I get it dirty, if I rip it. But it's made of really soft wool still, so really really comfy and warm and light, even though it takes up some space. What else? A rain shell. This is just a short sleeve shirt, short sleeve button-up shirt. One sleeveless t-shirt. A pair of wool socks for sleeping. This is all the socks I bring. And Seattle Sonics toque for sleeping if it's cold, or if it's really cold during the day, I guess. So that's actually all the clothing that I'll bring, except a pair of underwear, which I'll wear in. And that's not distinct from the clothes I'll be wearing. This includes everything I'll be wearing on the day that I go out there. So I'll be wearing something in this package. Because any clothes that I damage, I don't like to bring clothes I care about. I like to bring clothes that I'm not worried that I'm gonna rip or burn or whatever it may be. And basically, these will go at the bottom of that bag. Now this is a canoe trip, and one tip I learned is you don't have to, I should probably use a newer bag for this, as you can see. But it's easy for water to seep into your bag somehow, and you might be canoeing for hours in the rain. So even if this bag is waterproof, eventually some rain or water can seep in there. So it's good to have at least your clothes and things that can't get wet inside bags inside your bag. I learned that on my first trip when I brought one sweater, and it got so soaked, and it was such a heavy sweater that I couldn't dry it off for at least a day or two, and it was the only sweater I had. So let's see what else quickly. For me, this is essential. I'm very light-skinned, very pale, so I can't be in the sun without too much sunscreen. I really like this type, the Coppertone Sport. It doesn't come off in liquid, off, which I actually hardly use ever. Okay, for fire starting, I'm not, I'm not Bear Grylls. I just bring a bunch of lighters and matches. You'll eventually start a fire. You bring enough lighters and matches. I do bring medicine. I do bring. I have a package of ibuprofen here, ibuprofen, just for little aches and pains you might get because you're being active all day. And inside this bottle, I put some like Tylenol PM. I think some allergy medication. Just whatever else you might need, just shove it all in one bottle. I do bring Pepto because you can get sick from the water itself. From drinking the water out there. These little tablets here are actually vitamin C's, so I just throw them in there. I have a Neocitrin, I have a Robaxacet. See, I've hurt my back in the past, thrown out my back, so this is like back pain medication in case. I haven't had to use it. A couple Band-Aids, some phone number. My girlfriend kindly wrote out, you know, like emergency numbers there, as if there's reception. And I bring 2 little batteries for my flashlight. Okay. Over here is my fishing kit. So this will be my rod, which I'll tape to the canoe or secure to the canoe somehow. And then this is my fishing kit. So as you can see, I have pretty much just a bunch of baits here. I have all my hooks and everything in this canister from Lush. Then I have my license and some just information about what fish are in season and whatnot printed out, and a Leatherman. And that all goes inside this box, or this peanut butter jar. And let me see if I can actually wrap that back up. So it's all self-contained. So I just need this and my fishing rod when I go out to fish. And this thing, when it's closed, will float. And because I think if there's one time, I've never flipped a canoe yet, but if there's a time I think I'm gonna flip it, I think that it's gonna happen when I'm fishing. So there you go, you have that. Next, I have a flashlight. This is the only flashlight I bring. It's nothing fancy at all, but it doesn't take up much space. It doesn't weigh very much. It takes 4 of those AAA batteries that I had, and I bring 2 spares. So you see it takes 4 batteries, and I have 2 replacements, so I figure, hey, if I run out, that'll keep me going. Let's see, utensils. So I bring, this was one of the best lightweight tips I got. Bring a McDonald's McFlurry spoon. If nothing else, that tip is an excuse to go eat a McFlurry, so go for it. I bring 2 plastic bowls, one's for me, one's for my buddy who's coming with. And I got this at Canadian Tire, some kind of spork. It's like $3, super light. I like that it's a bright color, you're not going to lose it. Seems durable. This is my first trip taking it, so we'll see. See what happens. But it's really light and simple and compact. What else do I have? Basically all that's left then is I'll bring 2 water bottles. In case I need an extra, I always have 1 extra water bottle. Can also, sometimes I'll also use a water bottle to tie a string around and throw it over a branch to hang our pack, because we're in bear country, so we hang our food pack every night. And just in case I break one, then at least I'll still have a water bottle. And an empty water bottle, even this steel one, doesn't weigh much at all. Again, I got this at Mech, and I got this secondhand. So starting to see a theme here. That's it. Next, for spices. So I want to cook and eat fish, so I'm bringing a bunch of spices. I got one of these multi-shakers. It's my first trip with that. That is shampoo. I'll also have a similar case, actually, it's in the fridge right now, but a similar case like this full of coconut oil. That'll be my cooking oil for the trip. Packs of sugar for oatmeal, my toothpaste, all that. Okay, I have my giant trail mix. So this is a trail mix for 2 guys for 5 days. Pumpkin seeds, got the peanuts, cashews. Gotta have the peanut M&Ms. You got your black raisins. I think I have yellow raisins too, hiding out in there somewhere. Just a couple. Doesn't it just look delicious? I could start eating it right now. That goes in the food bag. And then for breakfast, we're gonna have eggs, which are in my buddy's pack, but I'll also have these. These are just little packages of oats, sugar, a little salt, a little cinnamon, and these are dried raisins and cranberries. So I have a bunch of those for breakfast. So 4 breakfasts for 2 guys, right? And then we're gonna have eggs and hopefully some fruit and whatnot as well. In the food bag. For coffee, I'm bringing this. So this is something new to me that I haven't brought before. But it's just simple. You just pour it in, instant coffee. This way we don't need to bring coffee filters and the like, right? We can just boil coffee, boil water, pour it in the cup, and be done. Just simplifying things, right? Hopefully it tastes good. I'm bringing a box of pureed mashed potatoes. I'm gonna see how those go, because I always like to roast potatoes, but bringing a couple potatoes a day, it gets heavy. So this is my attempt to reduce weight. Just whatever I could find at No Frills, right? And I think the only ingredient I think the only ingredient: dried potatoes, maltodextrin, salt, sugar, dried roasted garlic, natural and artificial flavors, mono and diglycerides. Well, I thought the only ingredient was dried potatoes, but clearly I was wrong. There's some additives in there. It's unfortunate, but there you go. That. Okay. What else is here? My hat. Again, I gotta protect myself from the sun. So I'm gonna start packing this up a little. And this is my luxury item that I always bring. My buddy gives me crap, but we sleep in hammocks. And I like to have this pillow. My bag is big enough, and I feel like I sacrifice so that I can bring it. See, right now, you can see how deep this bag goes, right? Now, I do still need to put a sleeping bag, a hammock, and tarp in here, but it's not that. As you can see, the only bag in there is my clothes and my food, right? So basically, see if I can get a decent angle here. So basically, what's gonna happen is my tarp and hammock will go beside the food, sleeping bag on top of that, and then all the weight of my bag will be concentrated right around here, which is a good spot for me. Okay, there are a few more things before we wrap this up. I bring a flexible cutting board for whatever we might get. I bring this, which is just some flyers that get wrapped up, but for me it's waterproof, packaged kindling in case it rains a lot. I just keep that under here in a flat pack. Let me see here. This can go outside. This goes top. Okay, what else? Okay, in addition to that, I'll also bring an apple that I'm not going to show you, but I'm trying to bring some pepperoni sticks, just because it's dried meat that I think I don't have to refrigerate. Well, maybe I should. I'll have to make sure I'm right about that. 2 potatoes that I've already washed and double wrapped in aluminum. This way they're just invincible. You can put them right in the coals. You don't have to worry about getting a half ashy potato. I'll bring 1 lime, and this is the coconut oil I mentioned. So I put it in the fridge so that it will congeal. This way, I don't have to worry as much about it leaking, if that might happen. So, other than, a sleeping bag, which it's at my buddy's house, the hammock and a tarp, that's pretty much the camping setup. Let me throw a few things in there. This is a great pack. It's still, it's not even packed tightly, and you can see I still have a good, I'm reaching down and touching the top of my food bag now, and I still have almost up to my elbow of space, right? It's a really, really good pack. I'm really happy with it. Like I said, I got it used off some guy, but he had hardly done any damage to it. Okay, so just to get an idea of the weight, even though it has the hammock, even though the hammock is to be added, sleeping bag is to be added, the tarp is to be added, and there will be a frying pan added to this pack as well once I meet my buddy. Just to give you an idea, weigh myself. I wanted to do this too. I wanted to weigh myself coming in and out, so that's perfect. So I'm weighing I'm weighing 83 kilos right now. And put it back on. I'm weighing in at 95.7, so I think it was 83.3, 95.7. So that's 1, 2, 3, so it's 12.3 kilos. So that's a pretty light pack in my opinion. Now, the water bottles are going to be full. I am going to add a couple Mickeys of rum, not going to lie. What else will there be? Some of my friends' fishing stuff, but just hooks and stuff that'll be added into that same package. A frying pan, which might be quite heavy. So I'll get the weights of those and update myself, update it later. But that'll just give you an idea of what I'm taking. And this time I'm trying to be way lighter than in my previous trip, so I've made some changes. I've also got my really cool knife, I guess I'd like to show you guys. So this is the Ontario Air Force Survival Knife. This is a really dirty one. It's been through some trials and tribulations, but it's been really solid. That's all I can really say for it. I haven't used it as much as I'd like to, but I've gotten it really dirty, and yeah, it's just a really tough knife that I can't wait to get some more use out of, because on my previous trips I had left it in a pack, just in the bottom of the pack, and hardly touched it. So we'll see. So let's off to Algonquin for 5 days, and we'll see how it goes.